Hello, on behalf of all my brethren at the Bearden Church of Christ, I want to take this opportunity to wish each and every one of you a happy new year. 2020 is over with. And as I've looked over Facebook today, I've noticed a lot of people are celebrating that fact that we're able to put that year behind us. And let's be honest, I'm not expecting years from now to talk to anybody and hear them recollect how 2020 was their favorite year. It's been a hard year. But with that in mind, folks, 2021 will not be any better unless we decide we're going to do our part to make it better. No year can automatically get better just because it's a new day. We have to have a new attitude and a better attitude in the new day to make it a better day. Someone once said that the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again each day and expecting a different result. And folks, we need to start looking to do some things different if we want this year to be the year that we want it to be. One of the things that we need to do, and the one that as a preacher concerns me, is we need to turn away from sin. Sin is so common in our society. Sin is not only tolerated in our society, now it's even encouraged. The attitude of you do what you want and I'll do what I want and we'll both be happy allows for people to do as they wish without thinking about the consequences, but nowhere in the Bible is God happy with sin. Nowhere in the Bible do we read of God having a tolerance for sin. Jesus came to earth. He lived. He taught. He eventually proved his love for us by going to the cross and dying in our place. And yet in his ministry, he taught the need to repent and to turn away from sin. He was not tolerant of it. He was loving toward the sinner, but not tolerant of sin. Folks, we need to realize sin is a problem. And I cannot cut sin out of your life. But I can cut it out of mine. And I can encourage you to cut it out of yours. And that's what we need to do, is help hold each other accountable. And we need to help each other strive to be better. We read in Proverbs 14 verse 34 that righteousness exalts a nation, but sin is a reproach to any people. As I said, I cannot repent for the nation. I cannot repent for anybody other than myself. But I can do my part and encourage you to do your part. And that's what I'm doing today. As we look back through the Bible and we come to the book of Ecclesiastes, the wise man there wrote of the repetition of life, how each day is just the same old thing, repeating itself over and over. People are born, they live, they get married, they die. But if you notice, that is for life under the sun. Folks, we can do better than just that repetitious life under the sun. Psalm 33 verse 12 tells us that blessed is the nation whose God is the Lord, the people he has chosen as his own inheritance. Now I understand that we do not live in the Old Testament and we're not God's chosen people, the Israelites, as they were. But certainly God can cast his favor on a nation that lives according to his commandments and his statutes. By the same token, God cannot fully bless a nation that walks counter to him. If you want to experience the full blessings of God, you have to walk with them. We read in 2 Chronicles 7 verse 14, if my people who are called by my name will humble themselves and pray and seek my face and turn from their wicked ways, then I will hear from heaven and will forgive their sin and heal their land. Folks, we need to realize sin is a problem in our society. We no longer need to encourage it. We need to encourage righteousness. The best way, though, for us to encourage righteousness is to live righteously. And folks, if we'll do that, then you know what? 2021 will indeed be a better year. Let us turn away from being bullheaded. We don't have to get our way about every single thing. Sometimes in life I find out my way's not even right. Sometimes I'm glad that I lost out to somebody who had a better ideal. Let us turn away from bullheadedness. For sure, let us turn away from hatred. There's far too much of that in our land today. Let us turn to loving and caring for each other and doing what we can to build each other up instead of tearing each other down. Treat everybody the way that you want to be treated, and you'll find out that people treat you better. If we can make 2021 a better year, but the best way to do that is to empty ourselves of self and fill ourselves with the Lord and His ways and live as He would have us to live. Think about this with me for just a moment. As you read through the Bible, every commandment that God has given to man has been for man's own good. God is our Creator. He is our designer. He knows what is best for us, and He left us an instruction book on how to live. Let us turn to it in the new year and live by it. If we do those things, we'll be far better off. Remember I mentioned Ecclesiastes, how the writer had mentioned how repetitive life is? And he came to the conclusion that there was no hope in life under the sun. But he also came to this conclusion too, and this is the one that gives us hope. He realized the purpose of man, and that is to fear God and keep His commandments. He realized that if man can do that, that man can be happy and man is useful. Let us today fear God and keep His commandments, not just today, but through this whole year. Thank you for watching today, and once again, fear God, keep His commandments, and make this year special. Have a happy new year, everybody. Goodbye, and God bless.